Hello everyone and welcome to the Crypto Meme Coin Trading School, and in this video we'll just go over our recent trade for FOMC. This was called Inside the Signals as well. You may have seen, if whoever made profit you followed along, but we'll just go over why we entered the trade and how we won this trade. We'll be doing many trade recaps in the future as well for every trade that we do win. So let me just unhide our analysis over here. So our coin, when we first started, we checked we saw that there was good market cap, good volume, good amount of holders, dev had sold, so we said okay, this is where we found the coin and said okay, let me just check out the coin right here. So at that time the volume was pretty good, it was on the 50% level. Then we went to check the bubble map right here. The distribution was pretty good, and we decided to check the pump fund. We went to pump fund. The pump fund community was very active. There was a lot of very funny memes just like this right here. You can see everyone's making a lot of banners, and we decided to have a closer look. So what we did is we waited for price action to continue. We drew out a long-term support just like this. It bounced off it right here, bounced off key points, and we said okay, let's wait for price action. I drew a support at that time as well, and I wanted to fall down through to the 0.382 Fibonacci level. Let me just delete this for a second because we drew a Fibonacci from here. 1 second. So we draw a fib just like that. Let's just zoom a bit like this. So the chart was looking a bit like this at the moment, so we said we need to see a drop down to the 0.382 fib level, and it held that support very well. It did break down through, and we said okay, we need an entry right here. It's kind of stretched out at the moment. This entry is meant to be right there, so we said okay, let's go for an entry. It dropped below the Bollinger Bands at that time. The Bollinger Bands can change in the past due to volume. So at that current time it went below the Bollinger Bands, or trading below EMA. Okay, we said this is a good point for entry. It was holding the support right here, so we entered the trade. And then let's go back with the Fibonacci just like that. There we go. Okay, so we entered the trade and we saw that the holders were getting pretty high as well. Even though the coin was 11 hours old, we can see that it was a previous all-time high as well. It did a King of the Hill big run up. We said okay, since it's 11-hour-old trades and there were about 300 holders at that time, that is a good indicator people have trust in the trades. So we said okay, let's have a trust in the trade, and we decided to hold for longer. And we could see the volume pumping in. It was above 70%, as you know in the lessons. The volume was pumping through and we kept holding. It was we made another support. It did a small little pump to 0.5 level. It was holding for a bit and kept that support. It was between 0.382 and 0.5, so we drew out a line, and we also drew out a support line right here. This was our trade support line, which was respected throughout the entire trade. So let's just remove this again. Price is pumping, dropping, pumping. You know, it wasn't really dropping too low apart from here, but this also just showed that it was supporting our support. So from there, around this level right here, it broke our all-time high. That meant that the trade switched from a bearish to a bullish market, because it broke a past all-time high, meaning when an all-time high is broken, it usually does pump very high. And since our migration was close, around 52k, migration means when it goes from pump fund to deck screener, and that can always pump the market very high. Just like a King of the Hill can pump the market very high on pump fund, deck screener can pump it a lot more as well. If you get both at once, it is the best coin to join. I did a 8x in a coin about yesterday, and that went skyrocket all the way to about 80k market cap from 10k. So it was holding that good support, and around this it kept breaking all-time highs, and it was good healthy increase. It wasn't pushing above the Bollinger Bands too much. Right here you can see is why we exited. It pushed above Bollinger Bands. We said okay, let's wait for a exit right here. It tried again, push up, and we said okay, doji candles, graveyard doji candle, let's exit the trade. So we exited the trade at around 60k level, wasn't exactly there, so around this level we exited the trade. I knew it was going to bounce off the 1.61 level, and from there it was a complete bearish market. But surprisingly to my prevail, there are actually still 435 holders. That means that there's good trust in the trade, so we could see a potential secondary pump to break the all-time high and go to around maybe 100k. But that should be it for the trade recap. This would have been a 3x from here to here, so whoever took it, they may be easily in profits. You can post your profits in general. Hopefully in the next trade I will see you guys later.